Welcome to day 531 of the journey begins. Bear with us a moment. Set up as usual. Almost there. We are live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. We have a goal of 1,000 followers on TikTok. And our next milestone is 500. I think we're sitting at just over 300. If you like the stream, feel free to stick around. On Twitch, we're trying to make affiliate. And we're very close there as well. Looks like our monitors stuff is coming up. All right, there we go. So I think we're going to shoot for over an hour today, closer to an hour and a half. And we might go over that a little bit. So we'll see where we are at that point. Yeah. So, yeah, we're in Inkwood right now on the Journey Begins realm. And we're digging our ravine around the city. We're getting pretty low, so we're down to around 18 or so parts. And there's holes down here somewhere. Yeah, and then we have holes that go closer to 0. And we're taking this down to bedrock, so pretty good there. I think today, we're actually going to start working on the sides and maybe stair stepping down a little bit. And then we'll try to reserve our happy gas for later on, maybe kind of carving some of the character into the ravine. It works okay getting up and down, but the vertical lift versus the diagonal down is a little not what we want. And then also, sorry, what did we do? Okay, so let's get some of this level down. But yet that makes it a little hard, and then whenever we try to land, getting on and off the happy gas is not the easiest. It runs away too easy, and it gets caught on rocks and stuff. This we can get, we can fill in. Oh, thank you for the live. Changbin scene. Welcome back. Glad to have you here again. Glad the stream was good enough to come back to. It's so dark, is it? Oh, that's why. Night is coming. All right. Let's go sleep, and then we'll do more of that. We need a lot of dirt and stuff too for Overmorrow and stone for Haven's End. So I think digging down the sides, stair stepping down will help us get some of that. Let's go over here. How's the Tuesday going? Okay, so let's go over here and move that over just. So I'm hoping to get this done in a couple weeks, but we'll see how that goes. while we're working on this, we are using our spirit account to lay down some foundation for the path from Inkwood to the Inkwood library. Then we'll worry about getting our path to Oasis City, well, to the Gold Temple, and then to Oasis City. Another tunnel will take us to the Gold Temple, so we just need to have a good path there. And from there, we'll do an overworld path to Oasis City. And our streamer in the other ear today is Scotsman UK, streaming Minecraft over on Twitch. And our Flare alerts, whatever you want to call them, hopefully are working on TikTok and Twitch. We're using Tickfinity on TikTok and built in on Twitch. Also using Streamlabs and Stream Elements. That was on our list of things to do today. We just didn't get as much done as we wanted to this morning. Not a bad thing. We just have more things than we can do. So sometimes we have to shift things around and reprioritize. Oh, oops. That went our face mic. Playing Minecraft overall, I've been playing since November 2019. So going on 6 years. Yeah, so this November will be 6 years of Minecraft. And I played a few months on a server with some friends before moving over to the realm. So this realm is around 5 years old. But we only played kind of casually here and there on weekends, and we've been aggressively playing more and playing with more purpose. So since January of this year, we started making all of the builds kind of align with a story that we're trying to tell, and making them a little less random. And I need to get a plug-in light so it doesn't go off in the middle, in this case, in the beginning of a stream. We're borrowing a lot of the lighting equipment used from our Lego builds, which was another thing on our list. We have a Lego video recorded. We just need to edit it. Thank you for helping us get to the 1,000 likes. That's probably a record for the quickest that we've got to 1,000 likes. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I'm not a professional video editor, but I do okay on our Lego builds. So we need to get the one that we have in the hopper edited and out, and then we have a dozen more sets or so that we need to put together. So like go with some of the smaller ones to get some content out, and then work on some of our bigger ones like the steamboat and things like that. Okay, oh, that's fine. Oh, we can drop the copper here, I guess. So we have a ton of it. Yeah, we'll drop that off later. And yeah. Anyway, oh, we also have the Eiffel Tower Lego set, which we want to put together. But That's going to take significant uh, dwelling change. In other words, we need a house before we can put that together because it's almost, well, it's about 3 feet tall, 10,001 pieces. So not something I want to have to worry about moving. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just back and forth this for a while. So we'll spend some time this side. This is the positive Z, which is the south side. So yeah, so this is the south side. So worry about getting this one down a little bit because the south, this is south, that's north, so that makes that east. So all three of those need to come down to bedrock. And cobblestone is fine because we can use this for other things and then we can always run it through a furnace to get the stone back. So it takes a little bit longer, but this way we can make the most out of our tools. And we could have more than one silk touch pickaxe, but which is on our list, but again, tons and tons of things we need to do and trying to prioritize the buildings first and the farms that will help us get the resources we need. Try this real quick. Okay. And I don't think it was on stream, but we had Joel Duggan's VOD channel up. And this is the, that was the south, so this is the west side. So the west side is going to be this lake. So we're gonna make this a little deeper. I don't want it to quite be an ocean, but deep enough that it's not easily traversable, which enforces our element in the story of needing to come across that bridge. All right. Let's get out the dirt, gravel. I see another dirt there. All right, there we go. Are we full? We are full. Okay, so we can do this. So get all of this out. Is that everything? Well, it's everything we can do. So we might need to add some chests to these. Oh, okay. All right, we'll just do that. That works. Oh, since we did that, we can also drop off just everything, and then we'll come pick up the dirt and stuff later. Oh, thank you for the follow, Miku. In a way you can. So if you go to linktree/mindtripmedia, you'll find a link to our GitLab, which has the world download. And we just updated it 2 weeks ago. So you can copy most of what we've done so far and use that for your own world if you like. And if you're on TikTok, I think you can do !social to get that link. And on Twitch, I think it's !link. So in a nutshell, yeah, the realm itself is private, but the world is open for you to download and do what you like with. And there's a lot of big projects here in the overworld, in the nether, and in the end. So we're building up the framing of all of those. So you can build on those, change those, come up with your own stories, whatever you like. And yeah, if you do anything cool with it, you can feel free to share that. One thing I would kind of like to see once we're a little bigger and have a robust Discord, Patreon Discord, is seeing people take the world and seeing what kind of a seed world can do. So kind of like a multi-dimensional space. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh, how much do we have there? Okay, well, we're gonna drop stuff off anyway periodically. So wait, where's our? There's our. Oh, it goes in front of this. Okay, perfect. All right. Let's grab this stone here. Did we get the moss blocks? Maybe we should get those next. Yeah, I think we should. All right, so that's good. So now we can go down and we'll start seeing this wall kind of rise up. We'll start seeing some depth come from this side. Which, yeah, we made a recording yesterday, or a clip, add to our recordings so we can do a time lapse. So I don't know if we'll do that again for the sides or if we'll just wait for kind of a, it gets a third of the way through almost and then kind of fades to black and then fades back to the finished product. Without some kind of like specialized replay mod, it's kind of hard to go back and grab everything. I mean, we can grab some of it from the timestamps. We can clip that out of the stream, but it's not quite the same as the replay mod on Java, which has the ability to give you like a free cam as well. Yeah, replay mod lets you move around like free cam, so you can get better shots of the time lapse. We can almost do that. Oh, welcome in, Meow. Thank you for following. And great name. How's the Tuesday going, and any Minecraft projects yourself? Let's put some update here. Okay. Oh. A lot of stuff hanging up there, so let's... Let's go back and... Why is that cow following us? Let's... Let's go forward. Cut this out. Give us our first level of the wall. Hello, fish. How's it going? Welcome in. How's the Tuesday, and working on any Minecraft projects yourself? We're currently working on digging a ravine around Inkwood. I am doing well. Making progress on our Minecraft projects. Trying to chip away at some of our Lego and other video editing projects. Making good headway into our outline for chapter 18 of a book we're trying to write, which is the world that we're building here. We have slacked a little bit on the journal piece of it, which will be the free content related to the world, but we have been doing more projects than we have time with, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means we occasionally have to slide things around. And the closer we get to our goals, the more likely we can work on the projects full time. So trying to put as much time into those as we can right now. And some of those are, also include improving our. I need to shrink the left-hand panel and then decide how best to display the top panel. I want to keep it at all. Good question. I have to check the VODs for an exact date, but I would say we've been working on this ravine for a little over 2 months. Maybe close to 3. Because we're taking it from surface to, I can go around and show you, to bedrock. And we did a little moss mining. We did 1 round of TNT, like just to dig straight down, just to kind of have some shafts. But so we made a lot of progress on the east side. And then there's a few shafts in there that go down to 0, and then we're taking that down to bedrock. So it goes from these cobblestone walls on the left and right, that's kind of a border. And then when we get it down, we'll fill it with, well, we won't fill it, we'll put a little water at the bottom, put some smokestacks, cobwebs, whatnot. Fill it with some mist. We have some zombies that have stolen some of our resources, so we're going to put them to work and move them around so that we have some controlled zombie noises as you go down to give it a little spooky, menacing ambiance. So the goal is that hopefully close to release of the book, whenever we get it done, at least the first chapter, you'd be able to read the book and kind of follow along and see the world unfold. I mean, you could obviously go to the other dimensions and see what's going to come next, because I want to make it a trilogy. So you'd have kind of that option. And the world download is on GitLab. So I think if you do exclamation social, it'll bring up our link tree, which has links to our GitLab, which is just linktree/mindtripmedia. And the world download, I update every 6 months. So if you download it now, you'll get the July 1st. Thank you for the like, Fish. Appreciate it. You'll get the July world download. So the only thing you'll really be missing is a little bit of work on this northern. Yeah, only on this northern side. So you'll get all the work on the projects, all of our lower level projects in the overworld, our Haven's End, which is a 1,000 by 1,000 slab, well, 1,000 by 1,000 city. We're working on laying down the slabs now, so we've got probably, give or take, 800,000 slabs laid down. And we do that kind of off stream here and there. And then we have an equally big project in the end. Right now it's going to be 1,000 outer diameter Dyson ring. We might work that Dyson ring into something else, like maybe a ship or something that then expands the land around it and make it not just a ship. Drop off stuff. Right now, I play only on Bedrock, but considering getting another copy of Minecraft to play Java on Joel Duggan's patron server. Yeah, I have a zombie farm in Overmorrow, so I fight him there. So if I'm not in Overmorrow, I typically just run away. Too many blocks to mine to do that. Yeah, we do have vibrant visuals on, which I like overall. I like the water, the shadows, and the general graphics are pretty good. My only critiques would be the biome tinting is a little saturated, particularly in the desert. And during the day, some of the, like at high noon, some of the regular blocks get a little plasticky looking. But it's still so early, I don't want to actually call it a complaint. Because I'm sure at some point they'll add some customization as far as hues and saturations and whatnot. Which, yeah, when daylight comes around, we'll see it. And we do have bloomed and clouds turned down pretty low. I think we have shadows at ultra and one other thing. Because I don't really notice much difference between low and ultra on the clouds. There is a difference on, if you look at the kind of glow on the torches. If you turn that up to ultra on vibrant visuals, it's the halo effect of it would probably extend out maybe 2 blocks or so. Like you see the gradient extend out a ways. So it's a little too much. Oh, and then, yeah, this is kind of an example. All right. Nice. The pigs get a little saturated, and this is kind of what happens to some of the stone and sand when they get exposed to the noon light. Just little things, but overall I think it's good. But I play Bedrock because of the cross-platform. So I have 3 accounts, and I play on PC, Switch, mobile, and Chromebook. This account is what I call the hero account, so kind of the main character account. We have another account called our AFK account, which is for AFKing. So we'll leave it at a gold farm, iron farm, whatever. And that way we can kind of separate out our AFK time from our playtime. And we don't give it any a little bit of food, maybe a piece of armor. There's no loss if we get caught in a zombie or whatever and have to just go back to the spot. And then we have our spirit account. And I'm just gonna go sleep because I don't want to deal with the where's it at? We need to probably build a bridge over here somewhere so we can get up easier. But anyway, spirit. All right. We're just gonna fly in and hopefully not crash. Okay. Now back to the spirit account. The spirit account is an account we give it a little food, a piece of gold armor, perhaps. Mostly gold armor, I guess, since we're mostly working in the nether right now with it. And if we need to expand out over a lava lake, or in the end, we'll give it a stack or 2 of slabs, and it will put down as many as it can until we fall into the lava or run out of slabs. And then we give it a few more and do it again. So we don't have to be careful. We just, if we can get a slab down, then we made progress. And we just keep doing that until we get the job done. Which has an element of fun to it too, because once you lay down all the slabs, then you just run really fast and jump into a pool of lava and respawn and grab some more and do it again. And you guys do this. Okay. Okay. There we go. And yeah, so that's kind of our Minecraft setup there. So, which leading into that, that's why we have our left-hand controller here is an Azeron Cyborg 2. Before that, we were using a Razer Tartarus, and then we used like a Logitech controller, Logitech joystick. Have the Xbox adaptive controller, but we don't have the buttons for it. That's another thing we want to try. We also want to try Leap Motion controller, and we want to try Logitech pedals. We haven't played with a keyboard in Minecraft other than to search for things, in probably over 3 years now, in that neighborhood at least. So experimenting around with kind of non-traditional ways to play Minecraft. And that the Cyborg 2 we actually use for Satisfactory, Planet Crafter, Diablo, various other games as well. You can create multiple profiles on it. But our goal here is to kind of figure out what other ways can we control Minecraft and how does it feel playing Minecraft. Our right hand, which isn't on cam, is a Logitech M570 trackball. So that way we don't have to move our arms too much while we're playing. And then we have some like gel pads to protect our wrists. And we can keep our hands orientated in a comfortable position. The Cyborg, while it's good, I would probably recommend the Razer first to get a feel for that kind of thing. Unless you're been gaming for a long time, then you might get used to the Cyborg because it does have a lot of configurability and 20-something buttons or more. Each finger has at least for the pointer and pinky have an extra one, and then you have the top ones. So yeah, over 20. The thumb has its joystick, the button here, and then 2 buttons on this. It might be a little hard to see. And if there's any other questions on our Minecraft world, streaming setup, Legos, other games, or cooking, feel free to drop those in chat. I'm not tied to just those topics, but trying to be on the kind of creative and technical side of things. So, I mean, talking Java, Python, whatnot would also be fine. That's one thing I want to do is, well, on my list of many things that I don't have time for is some plugins for OBS, but also to do something for Minecraft. Right now I have a script that helps me delete all the netherrack above Haven's End, because deleting a million blocks on a single level and then doing that for 60-something levels is a lot of blocks. And there's just no way to do it by hand. It would just take far too long to like TNT it out and create it. Even we make a creative copy when we do the screenshots. So having that command still takes us an hour or so to clear out everything, but You're limited to what, like 30,000 blocks that you can move at a time. But we basically remove 30,000, teleport a little bit. Good afternoon. Yeah, basically, yeah, remove 30,000, teleport to an optimal spot, and then another 30,000, and then we continue doing that. And so, yeah, if you check our Blue Sky, Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, all those have some. Oh, and our YouTube VODs as well. All those have a view of Haven's End and how big that is. So, go down here. Right. Good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. Are we full? We are full. Let's get all of this in there. Everything? Yeah. Okay. So if you're still around, Fish, do you play on Bedrock or Java? Mm. There we go. Okay. Get through here. Because I want to... get this lined up to our east wall. I want to be able to see that so that we can... So that as we get this lower, we can... We can step down and work on the east wall. Yeah. Right, there we go. Okay, let's grab our moss here and go. Okay. Okay. Can we put more of this in here? Okay. Okay, that gets us a little bit more space. There we are. So we can work through here and get this going down and be good. Okay. We just have to remember to take some of that back to Overmorrow, though, because we forgot to take dirt back the last 2 times. gonna be go through, let's eat because we're gonna get attacked at some point. We've got a bunch of dirt out here. We need to make a sign for that. What hit me? Oh, probably a creeper. We want to put some obsidian down in the form of like trees, so to have dark trees to fit the ink. Okay, good. Thank you. I will take the help. All right. Is that a leaf? Oh, that's a leaf that fell. Okay, good. This is dark, so let's put a torch here. That's our wall. Okay, so this is all gonna... This needs to come down, but we'll leave this there for now. Get some darkness down here. Let's come up. We already have a lot, so that's not probably going to do a whole lot, but why not? Why not? So let's keep going. Did we miss it? Good. All right. What is our time? So we have about 10 minutes to our hour. And we're going to go a little bit farther. Let's cut off some of these spots here. There's somebody behind us. Yes. Okay. All right. Grab some more coal. Okay, we can drop stuff off in here then. All right, all right, all right. There's another example of the vibrant visuals. The spider eyes are a little intense. Okay. All right. That. Okay. Okay. Let's let's step this sideways and see if that helps us out. Oop. Ooh. All right, all right. There we go. Let's yeah, and there's an example of what we like about the vibrant visuals. The water. Being able to turn that on and off though would be nice. So I do like that it's clear, but it's really, really hard to see at night. And it looks good seeing through, but the blue, old school blue from a distance also looks good if you're just trying to see kind of a stylized version of water. I think being able to turn that on and off, depending on what you're trying to build, what the story might be really good. When you need it to be a little bit more realistic, like it looks really good. And if not, then yeah. I think we have a skeleton behind us. Let's clear out a path on this side, kind of parameterize it. And this is a shorter side, so it shouldn't take as long. But the south side, no, north side, it's north. The north side will actually, I think, be a little bit shorter as well because it already had a little bit of water on it, so a little bit of creekish feature. So it won't save a ton, but it will save some time. Wow, 20 likes. Thank you, everyone. That seems like we're starting to hit the 1,000+ likes a little bit more regularly, and that's definitely reassuring. So appreciate that. Glad people are enjoying the kind of slower build focus stream that we're trying to do. Okay, so that's a few things there. Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Let's just collect a bunch of this material. All right, let's get all the dirt and then we'll collect all the stone and just do it like that. Right, so there we go. Stone here. Which these resource positive projects like this can be both time consuming and not the most entertaining. So again, another reason to be thankful for everyone that joins and sticks around. But we will use all the materials and place them down, and a lot of dirt will probably go to Overmorrow and potentially the end, depending on how we organize our dicing room. We'll see how that goes. Okumin, don't worry about it. Another great name. We're making pretty good progress. Okay, so we hit our hour mark, so we'll do another half hour or so. It's a little bit longer stream today. Because we do have some hard stops that we have to do today. And then tomorrow, maybe we'll shoot for another hour and a half to 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, we're making really nice progress over here. I forget what level. Well, I guess we started so 1, 2, probably 3. So we made what 3 levels of the whole side. So that's pretty good. That's in line with the north. No, the east side. Okay. Oh, thank you for the follow, Legend. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you, Jen, for memes for the like. Hmm. I need to find a better way to capture that activity because the follows stick around in the plugin in OBS, but the likes don't. I can check TikTok, but that's a lot of scrolling. It doesn't keep track of that separately, and I want to make sure that I acknowledge all of the contributions. So, in a nutshell, thank you for all of the likes and follows. How is the Tuesday going, Legend? And any Minecraft projects yourself? Okay. Well, I don't know where this goes, but apparently we lit it up before. Oh. What is this? Oh. Oh, so that's like a secret tunnel into. That is good to know. All right, so let's just go back and forth again and there we go. Okay. We'll back and forth this a little bit and get some more stone, get this level down. We have some time, so I think we'll get everything down to at least 61, and that'll be a nice goal. And to Fish's comment earlier, yeah, it's a long time because we're not going for kind of quick builds. I mean, we might do little tutorials on some of the farm ideas that we come up with if it's not something that's easily done by somebody else. And if we build somebody else's farm, we'll just give a link to their video and say, you know, this is the so and so's farm when we build it. But for the most part, our builds are going to be slower and larger. So think like Joel Duggan's Citadel and Westhill, I guess, project on the Citadel. Well, we're trying to pitch the pig, but So let's get that. And okay, it's not too dark just yet, but we'll want to. I'll go to bed soon. Get rid of this cobblestone that we. Okay, that's pretty good there. So put it here and get a nice. There we go. Look at that. Excuse me. Look at that. And so this is going to go around both sides. That'll be a nice statement. Okay. Oh, okay. We got a little quiet there. Apologies. Oh, we just got focusing on getting things dug out. Okay, so I think we're just gonna do something here. Maybe we can do that. Okay, perfect. And then we can just run in and all right. I'm gonna go back over to this side. But we also want to drop off some stuff. So let's go over here. We can put in some of that. Maybe one of those. Oh, we could have left that there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Over here. 61 was our goal, so let's see what we can do. All right, there we go. So we got a lot of stuff to collect over here. This was a topic on the latest spawn chunks as well, which I recommend listening to. A podcast by Pixel Riffs and Joe Duggan on Minecraft. A topic came up of other mobs that could come back to the game but reworked to fit into modern Minecraft. And one of them was the crab and doing something with the reach being extended to item pickup. And that's something that I think would be really nice. Okay. Moving along, making progress. Let's grab our dirt and gravel. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Is that everything? Okay. We're good there. I'll pick up some more of our materials. I think we've got everything pretty close to pretty close to 61. Yeah. we're pretty good. All right, let's see if we can get on a hill here and take a look down and see what things look like. Okay, so let's not get lost in looking at the water and yeah. Let's see, can we make it? Can we make it? Can we make it to our platform? We did, and just barely. Yeah, we can see it's starting to tick down, and that looks really nice. I like that this view is a good background here. It's coming around. So yeah, we can see this is the north wall. Yeah, so this is the north side of the ravine. So we'll work on that next. But you can see the east side here. It's down pretty low. It's working pretty well. You can see the shadows creeping up the wall. That's nice. You can see our hill or the little stair step that we carved in the side there for our moss mining endeavor. That's working pretty well. This stair step needs to be removed. And that brings up another point of concern, I guess, for the happy ghast is I could use the happy ghast to get there, but if it's going to move around a lot, if I worked my way, top to bottom or bottom to top, it's not necessarily going to follow me in a way where I could get on it easily. So I could get myself, if I worked from top to bottom, I wouldn't be able to jump up to the bridge. My only option would be to go down. So I would effectively be stuck. And if I didn't have Lytra or put it in my ender chest or something and didn't have an ender chest on me, it would be disappointing because it'd be easy to get stuck. Not something I thought about before, but yeah, that's something that's concerning. I have to be careful how I use the gas. That's where scaffolding would come in handy. Um, Putting it somewhere, which on those mobility for building, I think I think the happy cast is a good addition, even if it has some kinks to work out. And I really like scaffolding. Some people don't, but I think if you could add a second scaffolding, so something that's from the ceiling, better. I don't know if that's better. That would be really helpful too. So being able to attach scaffolding in reverse, like attach it to the ceiling and have it hang down. So then like a bridge or something like this, I could attach a scaffolding to and work on it. And it would make working on the underside of things a lot nicer because you wouldn't have to have it attached to the ground. And that I think would help out with like floating cities and whatnot because you'd use scaffolding to get your initial block up. And then you'd use the other scaffolding or maybe something along with the happy gas to do the underneath. Um, the happy gas would probably help a lot for the underneath of those, but if you're in a tighter space, then the other scaffolding might help. Or yeah, yeah. But I guess no. Um, but it's kind of regular blocks. I guess you could put regular blocks as tunnels and scaffold that way. But having the scaffolding, the benefit is that when you're done, you can break it and have it all fall a little bit easier. So, do you lose anything on chat? Yeah, Twitch just re-welcoming chat. So hopefully everything is going well. It looks like it is so far. Anyway, yeah, I like the progress that we made today. We'll do a little bit more because we still have another 7 or so minutes and got a little time before we need to head out. Some appointments, and then we'll do some writing. See if we can see how much farther we can get getting chapter 18 outline done and getting that aligned with chapter 19, getting started there. We're close to halfway done and hoping we can speed things up, but yeah, I'd rather not take another 5 months just for the outlining piece, but I guess it will take the time that it takes being our first book and wanting it to be readable, not expecting any kind of major success, just readable is our first goal. And go from there because we have a few other ideas we want to do as well. The other ideas wouldn't be built in Minecraft, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's a side project tangent. I'm liking that. So I kind of like the shape of this too. So Overmorrow is a half circle, very structured on the outside, and then a little bit more natural, organic on the inside. And then Inkwood. Well, Inkwood is quite the opposite. It's it's more organic on the outside and organic on the inside. The library, maybe we'll make the library a little bit more organized. But so we need to put some. Wait, no, where's just the wall? Oh, the wall comes in here. Okay. So that land there is going to get turned into lake. Okay, so that's fine. We'll deal with that when we get to the west, no, the north side. North side, south, that's the east. And the lake is to the west, so West Lake. Yeah, because if this is south and that's west, then oh yeah, you can see, oh, that actually looks really nice. The torches illuminating the footpath off in the distance. I actually like that. Because then when we build the rope bridge here, if you notice it at night, then you notice in the next day to come here and take that footpath out. And yeah, and then this road will probably just take it off into maybe like the water there in the distance and just kind of let it fade. That's the caravan route, but we won't really be doing much with that. We'll take this road in here, and then the story will continue out the back. delayed is our video? Okay, not too far. 4 or 5 seconds. Welcome in, Emma Cat. Oop. We've got our pickaxe needs some mending, so let's go grab some that. Okay. Oh, because we still probably have a lot in here, don't we? Yeah, we still got a lot in there. Let's just take care of some of these little things because we got about 2 minutes to our hour and a half, so looks like we don't have too much going on in chat at the moment. But if anyone has any questions, we'll stick around longer. Otherwise, we'll start wrapping up. Let's put in some dirt over here. We're not going to fly to Overmorrow just yet because we have enough to do a few more layers probably tomorrow. Well, actually, maybe we will take some dirt back with us. Because, actually, where did we put our... We must have left those chests over at Overmorrow. Okay. I guess we will fly back because that way we can mend our tools and get a fresh start. We have... All right. Do we have any dirt in here? No. But we did have some dirt over here. All right. So what kind of dirt do we have in here? Okay. Do we want to worry about the... No, I guess we don't. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll give us a space. And then we can reclaim it later. Welcome in, Angela. Let's put in that. And do we have any dirt around here? Okay. No, but we can bring back some diorite. Okay. Okay, so sun is coming up. So let's head out. And we'll just fly back to Overmorrow, drop off our dirt and diorite. Welcome back, Fish. Good to see you. Glad to have you back. We are heading back to Overmorrow. We're going to drop off some of our materials and probably start wrapping up our stream. We're at an hour and a half today. We'll shoot for a little bit longer. We'll shoot for at least an hour and a half tomorrow, maybe 2. Because we do have some hard deadlines today. But I did want to do a little bit longer than normal to see if the 2 to 3 hour streams can help us grow a little bit faster. This way? Oh, it's this way, okay. So I like flying above the clouds for some reason. And we should be, once we break through the clouds, we should be seeing Overmorrow come into view. Yeah, this is the part of Vibrant Vigils that I'm less a fan of. And this is something that was brought up in the Spawn Chunks podcast as well, of either adding more controls or making it more consistent across the biomes and really making it really, really subtle as far as the differences between them. Because the yellow is really, really strong in the desert. And since we're kind of terraforming this area, as you're walking through it, you'll walk through the plain over on this side where things get a little brighter, more blue. So yeah, so it gets a little clear, then it fades back because it's measuring, yeah. There again, like the blue to the yellow. It's not based on the surface, it's based on what that region is tagged as a biome. So it's not, I mean, it's a nice concept, but it needs a little bit dialing in. We'll do 3. 3 is probably good. We'll do some terraforming while we're here. I'll some diorite here. So this wall is not going to be solid diorite. It's going to be hollow, but we're using diorite kind of for the framing, and then we'll clad it with the white and other blocks that we want. Okay. Let's go over here. Is this dirt or no, this is sandstone? Oh, nice. Are you playing on your own Realm server? And what kind of projects are you working on, Fish? And are you playing offline or are you playing on stream? Yeah, I like playing on. Well, I like on my own server as well. Playing on this round. And not that you have to stream, but if you do stream, you know, you can share and chat or let me know. I don't have a lot of farms here in Overmorrow. I have farms that are really kind of scattered out. It's mainly the gunpowder farm, the iron farm. What else do we have? I mean, we have, I should call it a manual ice farm. Oh, and string farm. Yeah, we have a few little ones, but nothing too big yet. Nice. Oh yeah, that's impressive. I have a tiny Enderman farm, but it keeps breaking. I need to actually fix it a good one of these days, but I wanted it for experience. But between our zombie farm here and the zombie piglin farm that we are also working on, I don't know how much it's fallen in priority. Say that. Because getting the endermite piece of it going, it's yeah, I don't think we can make it there on stream, but it's one of the like the column versions where you have a platform at the top, and then they fall down to a collection area. But to get them to fall down, you have in the middle of the hole, you have a block with a endermite on it, and then have it protected so that they can't get to it, but they see it, and then when they move to it, they fall down the shaft to the collection area. The issue is I haven't been able to. It's not easy to get the endermites in the right position, and then if I mess it up, I have to re-put down leaf blocks so that the endermen don't spawn around me, so I don't accidentally look at them. And then I have to protect the endermite enough that they can't hit it, which is the issue that I had. I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but because I didn't protect it, the enderman took it out twice. So it's just kind of a pain to go back and fix it. But once I actually do fix it, it will mean it will be a nice little farm. So it is still on the list. Yeah. Yeah, it did take me. That's another piece of it. It takes a few ender pearls for me to get it as well. But in addition to that, the endermite will still attack me. So if I don't have things in place that I'm having to deal with it, and if I get in a hurry, then I have the enderman to deal with as well. So it's one of those things that I'll get it done eventually. But do we have enough? Yeah, we'll go look at our zombie farm here real quick. Here it is. I guess this isn't our most efficient experience farm here, but since we're kind of at our yeah, since we're at a closer stream, we'll start winding down. So I'll show this off. I do not have any armor trims yet. I don't think I have any armor trims at all, actually. I think the only thing I've used those templates for were for the upgrades after they made that change. But I do plan on getting them eventually because I have an armor shop on the surface in Overmorrow. And one of the things I want to do there is put chainmail, gold armor, netherite armor with trims on it, things like that nature, or just have the templates there. So that if anyone downloads the world and they want to use it, they have kind of a functioning shop that they can use. So to make the world feel a little bit more lived in. So even though I don't have it on my armor, I do plan on getting armor trims and making those available in the world. That's one key I don't think I have mapped to my emerald on netherite. I will write that down. Silence. I have heard Silence armor is popular. Silence plus emeralds. I will put that on my list. But yeah, so this is our. Yeah, I've been to one ancient city, and I'll have to go back to my notes because I forgot the coordinates of it. I think I left a pair of the Swift Sneak there or something because I don't have Swift Sneak boots either. But hopefully I can. I'll have to visit a few ancient cities for that. But the end of the story that we're trying to write, we're going to repurpose an ancient city to kind of represent the city that we have in mind. So I don't think we'll completely raise it, but we'll use it as a foundation. And a little inspiration, but that's the plan there. So we need to go visit some ancient cities soon and Pale Cards as well. We haven't visited a lot of the new stuff really. But if we get to continue to do this more regularly and do the 2 to 3 hour streams, we'll probably work in more of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Building is just a matter of preference. I mean, if it's functional, there's that line between function and form, and whether it works for you or not, and whether you want it to look a certain way or not. Yeah. I mean, if you have everything you need in it and it looks the way you need it to, and it's practical and works, I would count that as a good build myself. Which is kind of the kind of the approach we're taking. So we have a practical tunnel, and then we'll make passes, maybe add vaulted ceilings, add a little texture here and there. But first, we make sure it meets our functional needs, and then we worry about if it needs any kind of decoration. Is it something that's going to be part of our story and be decorated, or is it just kind of a backroom thing and plain walls are fine? Dragon egg, yeah. I haven't decided what to do with mine either. I've fought the dragon only once, so I need to do it like 19 more times, but get one egg. Mine is currently sitting in. Is it in my inner chest? It might be actually be in my inner chest. But I think what we're gonna do with it is we have an obsidian cube inside of our garden temple, which is in our overworld project. That's bedrock to build height of a step pyramid, quite large. It'd be over 1,000 blocks square on its perimeter by itself, and in the middle of that, we have the obsidian cube, and I think that's kind of our heart of the pyramid and kind of our vault. So eventually, we'll probably put it in there. Thinking about it, I'm pretty sure I have mine in a shulker box in my ender chest, just so that it's protected until I find a spot to put it down. That'd be probably kind of an icing on the cake thing. Yeah, because we need to fight the Ender Dragon more just to open up and make building in the end a little easier. And then I actually need to fight the Wither at some point, so I've been kind of playing around with structures for that, like kind of a fantasy prison kind of thing for the Wither. How many netherite blocks and ingots do you have? Yeah, I have all my stuff upgraded now too, but I had to re-upgrade it because I actually got it in a hurry while I was doing the ravine and succumbed to zombie's revenge and got pushed into lava I couldn't get out of, and got most of my gear back, but I had to remake a few pieces, like a shovel, helmets, and whatnot. Not bad. I have a fair amount over at Barter's Bay, another one of our cities in our story. Not a ton. It's probably enough for maybe one block, which is probably what we'll do with ours. Keep collecting it and make a beacon out of netherite, because that takes a lot of time and it's kind of a flex. There's no special bonus for that, but just something to do. But in Haven's End, everything above Y67, anytime we come across ancient debris, we just leave it. And we're going to work that into the buildings that we put in Haven's End, and anything below Y67 will collect that ancient debris and turn that into the netherite ingots and eventually blocks. And once we have enough, then we'll do that. So it won't be something that we're spending time on stream to do, which I think Pixelworks did at one point, and a few others. But once we do hit it, then we'll build the beacon. But maybe by that time we'll have fought the Wither, because that's our other challenge, is we have yet to fight the Wither. I've been experimenting with the jail and other ways to do it, so in a creative copy. So I've put down 100-something bees and a bunch of iron golems, and eventually it took it down with a little hope from me hitting it a couple times. Oh, nice. Yeah, some of that stuff would help and would be useful. I'm taking kind of the approach of slowing things down, so I haven't done a lot on the beacon side, but I think the thing I want the beacon for the most is just the light, and I want to work that into some of the builds. So I'm not sure if I'd put it in the Garden Temple or maybe put it in Potter's Bay and put it inside like a lighthouse, as it would take a different take on building a lighthouse. So having a vertical beam versus one that goes out to sea. That's on the roadmap. We have a ton of things on the roadmap we want to do, which is getting them all checked off and trying to limit the bigger projects to one of these kind of lore level, like Haven's End or the Garden Temple per dimension, and then we have book, chapter, page, sentence, word kind of thing is how we designate the size of our other builds, and then trying to make sure that we skew it more towards the smaller builds instead of the larger, or the larger builds contain the smaller builds, that we can actually start getting things done. But and I like these, like our zombie farm here is a good way to kind of open and close streams, because we can get experience, we can chat, and well, it's not super fast, it's fast enough. Uh, oh, you mean, oh, so you've got like your dragon's egg and beacons and don't know what to kind of build next? So I get on like Pinterest and look at builds, and then, or just walk around, traveling, and look at buildings that I might want to do. But that helps some. And then just a number of things. Just I want to build, like a string farm, but I don't want it to be. Oh yeah, that's an option too. Then you can be part of bigger projects. Yeah, finding one you like is definitely worthwhile. Yeah, there are definitely ones out there like that. You if you join, there's like Joel Duggan and my puppy Taya. I think they have patron servers. So I think if you follow them on Patreon at a certain level, you can have access to that. Those are two that I know of. I think Joel's is just Java, and my puppy Taya is Java, but they have an add-on that lets you play Bedrock on Java, so it has some kind of translation on it. And I don't know if Silent Whisper or Prowl have their own patron servers, but they might be worth checking out as well. They tend to be on the builder side. And yeah, if you find me over on Twitch, you'll see those people on my recommended streamers, so you can check them out there if you can't find them by searching for them. So Joel Duggan does post on TikTok, but he does most of his streaming on Twitch. And my puppy Taya is just on. Oh, yeah, that throws in some challenges. But hopefully you can find an SMP that works for you. And if you need help with building ideas, what's helped me lately is not thinking about random builds, but thinking about a history or a story that you want to create, and then building things that support that story. So it doesn't have to be kind of medieval, like I've seen a lot of Minecraft. It could be science fiction or steampunk or something like that. Uh, you have the sky people and the conflict of the story doesn't have to be a battle. It could be, crops are drying out and they need more water. Solve all of those little problems that come up. Then everything has kind of a purpose, and you're solving real problems, and not just you're not just building to build. You're building with a purpose, which I find is helpful. Nice. All right, so we're gonna stick around here for a few more minutes. We do need to hop off pretty soon. We have a few things to do before we head out. I need to get a better lighting setup. The panel light that we had, we were using Lumix camera for our Lego builds. So we've been borrowing a lot of lighting material from that. We need to get some dedicated stuff for our stream. Yeah, we're gonna have tools minute quick. But because we didn't actually say it later, but one of the things that this kind of setup also helps with is that while I'm working on something else, I can leave this up on the Switch and just let it fill up with zombies, and then take them out, and 2 or 3 rounds of that, and all the tools can be mended. So it's not quite as, I guess, fast as doing like a zombie pigment farm, although I guess you have to be there now, if I understand. I haven't actually completed that. Which I think is sad. Because without Mojang getting a story behind it, oh, good to see you back. I think having tools mend quickly if people want to build that is more sad. So I stream Minecraft every day. During the week, I start usually between 10 and 11 a.m. Pacific time, and then stream for between 1 and 2 hours. On Fridays, I stream Satisfactory in the evenings, probably closer to 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific time. And then Saturdays, I stream Satisfactory and Minecraft starting around 2. It is 12:20 p.m. right now. And then Sundays I stream Minecraft and Planet Crafter in the mornings. So again, right around 10-ish is when we start. That's that. So that would be about 9. Somewhere. But not lemon tea. Okay. Yeah, so I usually stream about 2 hours before current time. That would be so about 1900 would be about the time that I usually start during the week. And that's what we'll shoot for tomorrow as well. So we do need to start wrapping up, but if you're around that time tomorrow, feel free to drop in. We'll probably be doing a little dirting around Overmorrow and then heading over to Inkwood again to do some more work on our ravine. And with that, I guess we'll do our little outro. If you want to see more of what we're doing, you can check us out on Linktree. So linktr.ee/mindtripmedia. And that link will be on our outro screen here in a second. I'll have links to our TikTok, Twitch, and the VODs over on YouTube. I'll also have links to our Blue Sky and Pinterest and other social projects. Oh, thank you, Fish. I'll keep an eye out for you. And thank you to, I've been missing things, but thank you to Fish and Changbing and Legend. And I'm sure I missed a few other likes. And thank you, Miku and Meow. And thank you anyone else for the likes. Likes don't always stick around, so apologies if I missed those. Thank you for all the support, the likes, the follows on TikTok and Twitch. We'll see you tomorrow for day 532 of the Journey Begins. We'll be doing some terraforming in Overmorrow and some work in Inkwood. Have a good day, Fish, and have a good day, everyone else. We'll see you then.